Guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Now we are celebrating the 80th anniversary of Captain America, one of the most iconic superheroes in history ever, a character that has defined comics since the Golden Age and continues to do so every day with fantastic runs, fantastic stories, a man that represents the best of American values, a man out of time, but a man that really embraces his country and the people in his country. So it's a character that I really love, I appreciate a lot. So in this video, I want to break it down for you. I want to give you my top 10 list of those stories, storylines, or comic single issues that I consider the best of the best throughout the long history of Captain America, and those that you need to read at some point because it really give you a clear picture of who Steve Rogers, Captain America, is. So in the next couple of minutes, stay tuned. Number 1, Captain America number 1. The original, the first issue that was released in 1941. It's such a classic. Of course, the cover is amazing. You know, Captain America punching Adolf Hitler. It is considered one of the most iconic moments in the golden age of comics. Definitely a moment, an introduction to superheroes in a way that was never seen before. Before that, there was no other comics that really got political, and this was really political. It was a statement that Joe Simon and Jack Kirby were sending towards Nazi Germany, that it was not okay, that America would not stand for what they were doing in Europe. It came out 9 months prior to the attack of Pearl Harbor, so America was not even in the war. It is a time changer, and Jack Kirby, Joe Simon, when they did 10 issues of that run, it was fantastic. They were selling more than 1 million copies per issue. It was a terrific time. It was the introduction of superheroes in the Golden Age in a way that was never seen before. Now, if you want to read it, there is an omnibus that is available for that. It's the Golden Age Captain America by Jack Kirby, Joe Simon omnibus. The reprint just came out, and I recommend it. It's a way to be introduced to that moment. Magnificent covers, great stories, of course, Golden Age stories, but man, to see Captain America in full form at that time, it was an amazing feat. So yes, it's a recommendation. Number 2, The Avengers number 4. They came out in March 1964. 10 years had passed since the last issue of the last publication of Captain America. Of course, during that Golden Age, between the Golden Age and the Silver Age, there was a time where, you know, superheroes were not popular after the war. But in the Silver Age, the popularity came strong with the Fantastic Four and the Avengers. And the Avengers needed a leader, and Captain America became that leader. And of course, the writer was Stan Lee, and the artist was Jack Kirby. And man, it really changed everything. The Avengers were really a nice concept, but they needed a leader. And Captain America became the image of the Avengers for many, many years. Not only during that time with Stan Lee writing, we also have Roy Thomas, who follow up, Stephen Englehart, who did such an amazing job for many years, Jim Shooter, Roger Stern, and many other writers. Almost every writer in Marvel Comics have done something with the Avengers, and everything started, of course, from that moment. Artists, you have Don Heck, who did a lot of stuff after Jack Kirby, John Buscema, Sal Buscema, George Perez did a really lengthy run as well, and John Byrne at some point. Everyone who is someone did something at some point with the Avengers. And I'm telling you, you have to go back to those stories, original stories. You have to read them at some point. If you want to read them, my recommendation would be to go to the Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 to Volume 4. And you're going to see the original stories, the introduction of many characters, and at the center of everything, Captain America as the leader. So yes, it is a recommendation. Number 3, Captain America number 100. Came out in 1968. Captain America is back. Of course, the popularity on the Avengers was really well deserved. So, of course, he went into his own solo run again. It started with issue 100, lasted all the way to 1996 with issue 454. And issue 109 is the origin of Captain America. It's a retelling of the origin story by Jack Kirby. I'm telling you, it was fantastic. Not only it was a fantastic time, Steve Englehart became the writer for a while. He was the writer for so many of the best stories. And when you think about one of the best writers for Captain America, Englehart is at the top in so many cases. With the artists, you saw Jim Steranko, you saw Gene Colan, Sal Buscema, John Romita Sr. But we saw many great stories during that time. The introduction of the Falcon, who was definitely an important character, and he continues to be an important character for Captain America. We saw the Secret Empire. The Secret Empire, it was the first time where really we saw, well, not the first time, because Captain America has always been a political character. It was a political statement when Captain America was introduced. But now in Secret Empire, Captain America uncovers a plot within the government that he's not in favor of. And it's a fantastic run. So Engelhardt was at the top of his game when he was writing the story. So if you want to read the original stories, you need to go back to the Captain America omnibuses, volume 1 to 3. 3, which is actually on pre-order right now. It includes a lot of the stories of Engelhardt. I would recommend it. Those are great ways to know more about Captain America, his persona, and the introduction of also other characters that became very important later on. Number 4, Captain America by Jack Kirby. Of course, Jack Kirby is such an influential part. He's such a creator here because he not only introduced the character on the Golden Age with Joe Simon, reintroduced the character in the Silver Age with the Avengers and then with the solo run, but then Jack Kirby left and went to work with DC for some time. And during that time, Jack Kirby became more experimental with his art until he came back again in the Bronze Age to Marvel Comics, and he had, in this case, he was able to produce the stuff for Captain America. He was the writer and also the artist. And during that time, Jack Kirby's art, the experiment became such a signature style that a lot of people, when they think about Jack Kirby's art, they think about the Bronze Age art. And I'm telling you, it is terrific. Not only he came back on issue 193 to issue 214, he did as the annuals 3 and 4. He also did the Bicentennial Battles, which is a fantastic story. It was terrific time. So if you want to know more about this particular era, I would recommend you to read the Captain America by Jack Kirby omnibus that just was reprinted and it's out now. I would say go for it. You're gonna enjoy the art. Of course, it's an era that is very different than today's era, but in so many ways it's just terrific. The art is terrific and the ideals of Captain America will represent it. So yes, it is on this list. Number 5, Secret Wars number 12. Secret Wars was a terrific time in the 80s, 1985. Of course, it was created, the storyline, this mega crossover. It was the first mega crossover in Marvel, and the intention was to sell toys, of course. But I'm telling you, it was a terrific time reading the stories. But at the center of everything, even though Captain America is not the center of the story, he is the leader in the story. He leads the heroes and the villains against first the Beyonder. In this, pretty much in this world, the battle world, he is leading the charge, and then he confronts Doctor Doom. So issue 12, the last issue, to me is the most important issue, because this is the issue where Captain America confronts Doctor Doom after Doctor Doom, of course, takes the power from the Beyonder. He's become very powerful. And in this final bout, Captain America wins against all odds. Captain America, he's a great leader, always been a great leader with the Avengers, but every time he takes charge of any group, he becomes the center, the focal point. And I believe that Secret Wars really represents that so well. Number 6, Captain America No More. Issue number 332 of the Captain America solo run came out in 1987. It was written by Mark Gruenwald and the art by Tom Morgan. Now, Mark Gruenwald is such a powerhouse when it comes about Captain America. He wrote the character for 10 years, between 1985 and 1995, issue 307 all the way to issue 443. And Mark Gruenwald really defined the character in so many ways. A lot of people, when they think about that era, the 80s and the 90s, they have to think about his writing and his style and the way there were a lot of political moments. And Captain America No More is a political moment. With Captain America, it's required by a commission, by federal commission, to become an asset, to become an operative of the U.S. government. He declines and he walks away. It's a great storyline and really showcases what Captain America is. He defines himself as a man more than property of the United States, of the government. The entire Gruenwald's run is fantastic, but that particular moment is very defining. Now, if you want to know more about Gruenwald stuff, in this case, this particular run or this particular story that I'm mentioning, I would recommend you to read Captain America Epic Collection Justice is Served. And also you can read Captain America The Captain. You need to read that. Definitely are fantastic stories, and Gruenwald is such a powerhouse, so I do recommend it. Number 7, the Infinity Gauntlet number 4 that came out in 1991. Now, Captain America, it's such a character. Again, he's a guy that goes against all odds. Now, the Infinity Gauntlet is not necessarily a Captain America story, but Captain America is involved there also, again, leading the charge towards Thanos. And issue number 4 is very impactful to me, has always been, Because after Thanos defeats everyone, kills everyone, the last person standing is Captain America. And he even tells, Thanos that he's a false god, and at the end, all false gods fall. And it's a very impactful moment, very powerful moment. And he fights Thanos man to man. And that was the scene that was then taken, of course, into Avengers Endgame, the film. They took inspiration from that. Captain America, in the end, of course, he loses, the shield is broken, all of that. But he's still standing, and in the last minute, even when Thanos is about to punch him, he doesn't even closes, he doesn't even flinches. Captain America is ready to take the pound. It is an amazing moment, and always a defining moment for me for Captain America. Now, if you want to read it, I recommend you to read the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus. Of course, it is not Captain America at the center of the story, it's Thanos at the center, and of course, Warlock at the center, and the Silver Surfer. But I would say that that particular scene, that particular issue is so definitive for me. It's a defining moment for Captain America. And for that reason alone, I include it on this list. Number 8, Captain America by Mark Waid. Now, Mark Waid can be divisive sometimes. Some people like this stuff, some people don't like this stuff. But Mark Waid really had such great ideas, particularly in the mid to late 90s. There were a lot of great stories that he created, and Captain America was no exception. He took the mantle as the writer in issue 444 all the way to the end, which is issue 454. And the art was by Ron Garney. During this time, we saw the return of Sharon Carter, Operation Rebirth. We saw Men Without a Country. Captain America has to ally himself with the Red Skull, which is an interesting twist. Then he comes back on Volume 3 between 1998 and 1999, 23 issues, with the art of Ron Garney and then Andy Kubert. I'm telling you, that was a terrific time battling Hydra, the Skrulls, and also the Red Skull. And the battle with the Red Skull is particularly good because Captain America's deep power, he has no serum, and also the shield is broken. But he stands against the Red Skull that has the power of the Cosmic Cube. I'm telling you, fantastic time. He also did Captain America: The Sentinel of Liberty, 12 issues, the time where actually the Falcon becomes the Captain America for a time. Then he went into Captain America: Man Out of Time, a 5-issue miniseries. It really explores a lot of the effects of the situation of a man that is out of time, a man that is goes from one era to another, and the psychological changes that creates and the questions that he has. Terrific art. Also, Waid did a lot of recent stuff with Chris Samney as the artist, and also Leonardo Romero. They did some stuff on issue 695 to issue 704. That was in 2017 and 2018. Now, if you want to read these stories, I would recommend you to read Captain America by Mark Waid Omnibus. That includes all the stuff from the 90s. Definitely read Captain America: Men Out of Time as a follow-up. Mark Waid, again, understands the character, and for that reason, we include him and his run and all the runs that he did on this list. Number 9, Civil War. Civil War is a defining moment for Captain America for modern times, without a doubt. The main series, the run is written by Mark Miller, and Stephen McNiven does the art. But the most defining moment for me on Civil War is not necessarily the run. Of course, the last issue of Civil War is terrific when Captain America is crying when he realizes his mistakes of, just being so proud about his own beliefs. But I think the most defining moment, it's not only that moment, but also at the beginning of the conflict. On Amazing Spider-Man 537, it was written by Michael Straczynski and the art of Ron Garney. Again, Ron Garney is involved in a lot of the stuff here with Captain America. The Your Move speech, which was later used on the Captain America Civil War film. But the speech is really powerful, and I'm going to read it to you. It doesn't matter what the press says, doesn't matter what the politicians or the mob say, doesn't matter if the whole country decides that something is wrong, if something's right. This nation was founded on one principle above all else, the requirement that we stand up for what we believe, no matter the odds or the consequences. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself as a tree beside the river of truth and tell the whole world, no, you move. It is a fantastic speech. I'm telling you, it's a defining moment. And it's not even on the Captain America storyline of the Civil War. But I'm telling you, it's such a powerful moment because it really defines and really understands Captain America, what he stands for. Yes, he's a patriot, but more importantly, he's a man that has strong beliefs. Now, if you want to know more about this particular story, then there's a lot to read. Unfortunately, there's no omnibus, but you can read just for context, read Road to Civil War. Alongside read Civil War, Amazing Spider-Man, and that's where you're going to find the speech. And also Civil War Captain America, which is part of the Ed Brubaker's run. But I'm telling you, Civil War is a very important moment and really showcases some of the best and also some of the worst of Captain America. But ultimately, a man that stands for what he believes, and he's a man of principle. So yeah, for that reason, it's on this list. Number 10, Captain America by Ed Brubaker. Yes, I need to include it. Ed Brubaker, it's, in my opinion, I gotta be honest. Although I love Grunwald and Englehart and everyone else, Stanley, I would say that Ed Brubaker really defined the character in ways that are so powerful. Of course, every writer has built upon the foundation of the previous writer, and I think Ed Brubaker really benefited from all the writers before him. But man, his run is terrific. Of course, issue 1 to issue 50. Then issue 600 all the way to 628 in 2004, between 2004 and 2011. Then you have Captain America Reborn, the 6 mini series that was in 2009. Then he came back on Captain America again from issue 1 all the way to 19 in 2011 and 2012. Ed Brubaker understands the character, and not only that, he brought some elements of espionage and elements that are so amazing in Captain America. They really feel like they're right at home, more than the sci-fi elements that other writers give. He went really down to basics of a man that is a man of war. He's a soldier. Not only we have the Winter Soldier there, we also have the Red Menace with crossbones. We have the events of Civil War, the death of Captain America, the return of Captain America, the trial of Captain America, and then the return of the Winter Soldier. So many great events and so much great art that happens during that time. And I think one of the most defining moments for me during this run was in the issue number 25, which is the death of Captain America pretty much at the stairs and the courthouse when he gets shot. And everybody is in panic mode trying to find the shooter. And he's still talking to Sharon and telling her that, he's concerned about the people around them. And to me, that was a defining moment because it really showcases the selfishness of Captain America, Steve Rogers, that even though he is going through this situation, most of it is part of his fault. He realizes that, people depend on him and he cares about people more than anything else. And it's such an important moment. The art of Steve Epting is so powerful. I would recommend you to go on the omnibuses, of course, the Ed Brubaker omnibus that was reprinted. I recommend it. The Death of Captain America, I think, is coming again. It's going to be reprinted soon. Captain America Lives, The Trial of Captain America, and The Return of the Winter Soldier omnibus. All these omnibuses complete the entire run. You have to. It is a must, in my opinion. All right, and I'm telling you, this list, it's my list. The moments that have been so defining, but there are also other honorable mentions that I want to share with you. So Captain America by Roger Stern and John Byrne. That was in the 80s, in the late 80s. Although it was very small, this is the time where actually Captain America also runs for president, and the art of John Byrne is terrific. Also, I would recommend Uncanny X-Men number 268. It's only one single issue, but it's Captain America with Wolverine and the Black Widow, and the art, of course, of Jim Lee. Terrific art. Even I have the t-shirt because, man, I love that art. That representation of Captain America is masterful. Captain America by Dan Jurgens, that was the follow-up of Mark Waid in the 90s. Terrific follow-up. Dan Jurgens also has fantastic art. The Ultimate Universe, I would recommend. The Ultimate Universe presents Captain America in a way that we love so much. Of course, you have the Ultimates with Mark Millar and Brian Hitch. You got Ultimate Comics Avengers of that universe, and Ultimate Comics Captain America by Jason Aaron and Ron Garney. Captain America White, for example, that 5-issue miniseries by Jeff Love of Team Sale. Terrific. It's a love letter to Bucky, and I love the art of Team Sale. Fantastic. You also have to think about Captain America by Rick Remender. A lot of people don't care much about that run, but it's a follow-up, of course, to Brubaker's run, and it's a lot of the sci-fi elements that were part of the, I would say, part of the Silver Age and also part of the Bronze Age. Infinity is a fantastic run, I would say. I love the art, of course, of Jing Chong, but the writing, Jonathan Hickman, some people might not like it. But here's Captain America leading a bunch of heroes from all over the place, not only from Earth but also from space, against the hordes, against the army of Thanos. Fantastic little run. And finally, I would recommend you Captain America by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Although there's a controversy around Ta-Nehisi on this particular run. Some people don't like him writing that, but other people love him. And there's a lot of philosophical elements to it, and I like that. I don't have a problem with that. Although I would say that I prefer Ta-Nehisi's work on Black Panther. I feel that they fit better for the character than they do for Captain America. There are things that I did like, not everything, but primarily I think initially in the run when the art was with Lionel Francis Yu and also Adam Kubert, I think the art was terrific. Then the art kind of dropped there and the stories went all over the place a little bit. But I still would give it a try, just to see if you like it or not, because some people really love the run and still it's ongoing. So I would say Captain America is such an important character. There's so much that I can choose and add to this list, but I try to keep it real. The things that I really are more important to me. And I would say that Captain America, regardless, whoever draws Captain America, whoever writes Captain America, I think there's so much they can take out. It's a guy with principle, a guy of faith. It's a guy that loves America, that loves his country, but most importantly, he loves the people in America. And I feel that that's something that we can respect. He respects freedom, and he is a beacon of freedom and hope. So I would say that you have to read it. This is my recommendation. I have the list in the description of all the stuff where you can go on Amazon if you want to get some of that stuff. And I'm telling you, you need to read it. Now that we celebrate the 80th anniversary, it is a great time to do so. So my friends, what is your opinion about this list? Are you a fan of the list? You disagree with my list? You think there are better things out there? Anything that I missed? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. God bless. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. And please consider supporting this channel via Patreon. Again, the link is in the description. My friends, I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.